You guys say, you know what? I've had to talk to you for like 13 years. We're good on you. What we got?
So, Coach said something to the effect of wanted to help you get closer to calling plays as part of this move. Is that part of it? I mean, what went into this?
You know, I'm just happy to be a part of the team. You know, I don't know what went into all the decision, but I do know that I love being with the tight ends. I love having more of an impact on the running game now, and to be able to help those guys and coach them. It's an unbelievable group. And the one thing we're really fortunate to have here is great people to coach. They're really smart players, and they want to be coached really hard. And so I'm happy to be in the tight end room, and you know, I'm just really happy to be a part of the staff. And as you guys know, I'm a Bruin through and through. So to be here and still be a part of this, like, just a dream come true.
So getting more involved with the run game, is that obviously just blocking schemes with the tight ends? But
yeah.
The receivers did some too, right? I mean,
I would say you do a lot more in the box. And so now you're working some counter, you're working some power, some things like that. You're working all the different techniques in the run game. But at the end of the day, the receivers, everybody has to be a part of it. I don't really want to give away any trade secrets before we go play the next game. But it's a really exciting offense, and I'm just excited to see what we can put on the field when we get to Hawaii.
What do you think about just the depth there? Obviously, you guys lost Hudson early in the spring, brought in Bryce. I think was it 3 deep with Michael Church?
Yeah.
Just what do you think of, I guess, that overall group right now?
I think they're playing really, really well. They're playing really high IQ football. They know where to be, they know how to be, they know how to get open. They're playing about as well as I could ever ask. And now it's just about nailing down the details. You know, you've figured out the base parts of it. Now let's put in the details for any defense we're playing against, and let's go find a way to get ourselves open and put ourselves in a position to help the team win. And I think the one thing I love about them is that they're selfless. Like, they don't care about getting touches. They just want to help us win. And that's all you can ask for as a coach, is to have a group of guys like that.
I know you don't want to give away too many state secrets, but in terms of depth, how comfortable are you if you had to roll out 12 personnel? Do you feel like you've kind of...
Oh yeah, we're ready to go. All 4 of those guys can go play, and then we'll get Sam Suma back hopefully about a week or 2 into the season. He's coming off foot surgery, so as soon as we can, we're going to love to get Sam back, but you know, we're excited. All the 4 of those guys can go into a game and help us win, and I think that's all we can ask for, is that, you know, they're ready to go.
Go ahead.
Somebody who played here, what were your thoughts? We haven't talked to you since Coach Foster got hired. Just, you know, to have another great alum come back and be the head coach here.
Yeah, it's exciting, you know, because you're talking to somebody who did it, right? There's something to be said about, if you go here, you understand what it's about. You understand, you know, how hard it is, but you also understand how special it can be. You know, I would say to anybody, this is still the most special place to be part of football. It's the only place that I know of where you can play in the Rose Bowl in front of 100,000 people, still get the #1 public, you know, education in the entire world, and it's super special. And to know what it means to wear those colors, to know what the traditions are, to know what all that really means, and to be able to speak on that to the players, I think that's been the most, you know, incredible thing for them, is you're listening to some guy who did it, who you can put on the highlights, and there's him scoring in the Rose Bowl. And when you've got somebody like that, you believe it. And now you can start to gain that confidence that, you know what, we're going to go do that on Saturdays as well.
Is there anything, I guess, different about, you know, just knowing that now he's the head coach, about maybe the way he carries himself in the building, or anything that just is a little bit different now?
I think he always carried himself, you know, the interesting thing, me and Foss knew each other when I was a player here. He was on staff and I was a player, so I've known him my whole life, basically as a Bruin, and he's always been somebody who's always looked out for me. And he's always kind of kept me under his wing, and, you know, I've always trusted him. You know, I think he's an unbelievable person and one of the best coaches I've been around. So to be able to work for him and to help him try to hopefully take this place to where we know it can be, I think that's an exciting thing for both of us.
Can you talk about Church's growth? It's kind of a throwback journey in the days, you know, we've got the portal now, but just talk about where he's come maybe in the last year and just over the course of his
Michael P. Church is a grinder. He's a grinder. And you know what? He is one of the most beloved players in not only the tight end room, but the locker room. Like, he has just put his head down and worked since day one. And he's what everything college football should be about. You come in as a walk-on, you grind on the scout team, and now all of a sudden, because of, you know, he gets an opportunity, he's making the most of it. And to see what he's playing, to catch these touchdowns, to do what he's doing, like, it's unbelievable. And it's part of, he's a huge part of it, but that's why I'm proud of that whole tight end room. You know, they are playing at the level that we want them to, and a level that will help us be successful this season.
What are your thoughts on Jack Peterson at this point?
ton of improvement from last year. I think in terms of a route runner, in terms of his understanding of his routes, I think he's grown leaps and bounds from where he was last year. And with that, you can see he's playing faster. Like, he's understanding it more. He's trusting himself more. I'm just incredibly proud of, you know, the progress he's made, and now it's time to go put it on display on Saturdays for everybody else.
How much input do you and the other offensive assistants have in the offense and the way it's run?
I would say we all have a voice in there. Everyone has a voice in there. Everyone has, you know, it's an open forum to talk. But at the end of the day, you also have to have one guy that's going to be the, you know, the play caller, and that's me, Coach EB. And you know, I think we all got to follow his lead, help him wherever we can, and then just make sure, hopefully, on Saturday we got the best game plan of the two sidelines.
What did you like about Bryce when you guys were looking at him in the portal?
I thought the size, the speed, the intangibles of being able to drop his weight and get out of it, I thought it was a lot of untapped potential. And I thought, you know, I don't know how they were using it at ASU, but I did see from the film that he had from when he was a receiver in high school to the JUCO film, like, I just thought there was something there. And when you talk to him, you could tell how much he loved the game of football. And when you get a guy who loves the game of football, who's got that natural ability, that's the guys you want to be around. And he's been a great addition to the room. They love him. It's been a really, really smooth transition, and he's helped us a lot this fall camp.
Is there a future coach in that room that you've been able to pick out?
You know what? I don't know. You know, I don't think Church is going to go the coaching route. I don't think Jack would either. Mo, probably not. You know what? I don't know if I got a future coach in there, but hopefully future donors. Hopefully they go make a lot of money and come donate. Future NIL boosters. But you know, I think hopefully they all get a chance to go play in the NFL. I hopeful they'll make the most of it. I know they're smart enough. I know they'll know what to do. I know they'll go be a value to any team. But beyond that, hopefully they go make a lot more money than us coaches do and come out and help us get some more tight ends for us.
What was the offseason like for you? Just knowing, you know, how late the coaching change happened and all that, and when things were still in limbo, what was that period like?
It's same old, same old. You know, it's a different timeline just because of the coaching change. But to be honest, it was in a time where we weren't really doing much, right? We're in off season, we're working with our guys, and it was, you know, a great time to transition because it was when the coaches were still here. So as the coaches are still here, we have time to get around our guys. We have time to kind of go through the transition with them rather than us being on the road. But it's the same old, same old. And with Foss being here before, I think there was a lot of familiarity there, and all of our guys are super comfortable with him, and it's kind of worked out perfect. You know, I think he's done an unbelievable job of getting these guys ready to play, and I think they're just all tired of playing each other, ready to go play somebody else.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
Again.
Appreciate it.